Welcome. Thanks for coming. I'm Tom. Met you before, but appreciate you coming out today.
Thanks, Tom.
Welcome PGA in Florida as well. My name is Thomas Mantegna, PGA apprentice. This is my advanced player student, Jared. Hopefully we're going to be able to help him out with his game over the next 5 weeks with some lesson planning. Got the two video cameras going, so I got two different angles here. So today, what we're first going to start with is the short game. We're going to start with chipping, pitching, lobbing the ball, basically controlling the trajectory between the different shots. So we're going to be able to manipulate the rollout, how much spin we hit, where we want to land the ball. So we're going to get real specific about the shot shape with our pitches and our chips around the green. So what we're going to start with, I've got Jared here with his 56 degree. What we're going to do, or was that your 58? The 58. All right, perfect. So what we're going to do is we're really going to just set up to the ball normally, as we would, kind of right in the middle. Got our hands not really leaning too forward one way or the other. Got them pretty much just pointing right at my left hip pocket. I'd like to keep a narrow stance opposed to a really wide stance. So I want to set up to it with a little narrow. And I also like to set up to it with a little bit of an open stance to my target line. So what that allows me to do is I feel like is track the club just a little bit better on that target line, opposed to if I was dead square to it, I feel like I might hit it to the right a little bit. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of chance to swing the club on the correct line with a little bit of a narrow stance. Ball position is where we can get away with the different manipulating of the trajectory. So just by moving the ball around in my stance is going to produce the different ball flights that we're looking for. So the first shot I'm going to have Jared try to hit, and I want you to go and set up just like we were talking about with the narrow stance. The first one we're going to try to hit is a low trajectory shot. So I'm going to try to have him play this one off of his back toe. So if you can see this on this camera here, he's going to play it off the back foot, and automatically by just playing it off the back foot, it automatically took that club from a 58 to a 56 just by moving the ball back, and it'll work both directions. If he moves it forward or back, it's going to increase and decrease loft just by moving that ball where he did in his back right foot. So he's got that ball off the back right foot. Now I think the key to this shot is not holding the face open towards the sky, which we're going to do later to get different shots, but this one we want to keep that club face with the toe almost releasing at it, and the club face maybe pointing almost left or down. We don't want that right palm to finish at the sky. We want that right palm to finish almost at our target. So we'll go ahead and get Jared in there, and we'll have him hit a couple. Really, the tempo is going to be the key. We don't want to, rush at it. We don't want to decel. That was nice. We want to keep this ball a little bit lower and have it run out a little bit more. Still riding up the face a little bit. Let's try to go ahead and we'll give you show you one here. Let's try to go ahead and keep this thing really low by keeping the hands running too. See how much more run out I'm getting. I'm not going to let that club slide underneath it like we do with most of our pitches when we try to get some air on it. This one, I want to carry 25% and then release the rest of the 75% of the way. Better, kind of more of a, it's more of a punch thump kind of a pitch, shot. It's not gonna, it's gonna spin and release. And that one kind of climbed the face a little bit. So that's kind of that's gonna be the next shot that we're looking to hit, that mid-trajectory shot. That's more the runner. But we could land that one probably in here. And I think with you being one of the better players, an advanced player, this is where we can really start getting specific, is where am I want to land this ball, and with what kind of height is it going to come off the club with. So if I'm going to carry it all the way to the cup, I better throw it way up in the air and spin it. Versus if I'm going to run it with a low punch run, then I want to land it just on the collar and let it run out. And honestly, over the years, I found that bump and run shot is the one that goes in most of the time or gets really close, because it actually starts to roll like a putt. That's beautiful right there. That's really nice.